ready to unbox this thing and show you guys what's up with it. This thing has made its rounds. It was supposed to come to me first, but I had to go back home for the holidays. So I said, you know, send it on to California. Y'all probably seen some of those videos. Now I got this thing, and let's take it and go do some riding on it, man, and actually get some real hardcore testing on this baby, and see what's up with it. So this is going to be a secondary unboxing with the V13. Let's see. Now I've seen how this thing opens. It's like a crazy kind of fold open type of design on this. All right, okay, there it is. The V13 unboxed experience. Yeah. Holy moly. There it is. No air in it. I assume I gotta put air in the shocks. It's in transport mode. This is the Inmotion V13 unboxing. So let's check it out. This is some up close of it. Got nice panels on the side right here for the power pad. So person before me took off the stock pads and went ahead and put Velcro on here, which is actually nice because I'll be able to just go ahead and throw on the power pads I like on here. Pump these shocks up on this thing. All right, so I figure I'm about, let's see, I'm about 65 kilos. So I need to pump it up to 120 to 130 pounds, it says on this. And you'll see, check this out, as I'm pumping this up, you can see the wheel kind of, the suspension kind of open up and the wheel kind of come out.
So it took about 3 times of riding it around to get it right. And I found out I needed to get about 130 PSI in both sides to make it feel perfect. And that's what I ended up doing. The ratings on the side are a little bit low. If you're more of an extreme rider going through various terrains, you want it a little bit higher than what it recommends.
See, this is 40.9. All right, so I got it at 200 right now before I'm about to take this off of here. Take it off quick, 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 quick. Go quick. All right, that should be, now let's check it with this. Uh-oh, there goes some. It's at 97 right now. I'm gonna try to bring the other one to 97.
All right, so 97.5 ended up being a little bit too low, actually a lot too low on both sides for me. So I ended up increasing it. I just took the pump with me on my ride, ended up increasing it in both sides, and I ended up getting it exactly right. I like it at about 130 on both sides, guys, and you have to really pump it up to get it to that, because you have to pump it up way over 130, and then once you pull that valve off, you lose a lot of pressure, and you need to check it with one of those really good digital pressure gauges. I'll link one below, and you need to push that thing on there firmly so none of the air leaks out, and you can check it and see exactly what it is on both sides. And you want both sides to be, you know, the same, so there's no weird torquing or anything like that in your corners, okay? Because if you have one side too stiff, when you go to corner, it's going to be awkward, okay?
So you got extra parts in the box right here, power pads, extra screws, extra pedal hangers. See that? Yeah, full extra pedal hanger set. I'm not exactly why they would provide that, but they do. So that's cool. And then your stock power pads in the box come, you know, like that. You can just put them on there, peel off and stick them on there, but you got the Velcro on there right now, so you can just put on whatever power pad you want to. And then other things, that's a charger, massive charger for this wheel. I mean, really huge, 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 nice charger. That thing is beefy, dude. Look at that. It has a massive, that looks like a freaking electric car charger. Really. And what else is up here? Some books. Pluck it, file it to the side. Some books. Pluck it, file it to the side. All right. Right on. Phew. V12 high torque right there charging, and the little M10 Ford charging up for the day. The V12 high speed over here chilling, and the old MSX 100 volt. And now I got the V12 or the V13 Challenger now. So yeah, dude, this thing is sweet. We're gonna have to get this thing out there and test it out. All right, so now it's pumped up. It's relatively simple to pump the suspension up on this thing. Now we gotta get it out of the transportation mode. So when you first get a wheel, it's gonna come in transportation mode like this. I don't trust these new things on my crotch like that. That thing's, I'm gonna take off, bro, and take my manhood with it. All right, I'm gonna stand to the side. Oh shit. How do we take it out of transport mode? Okay, I'm about to take it off of transport mode. Hold on tight, let's see if it works. All right, oh shit. All right, there it goes, it just stabilized. All right, first steps on the V13. First steps on the V13 for chooch right here. Oh man, say, whoa, holy moly, that's a big old girl. Yo, this is gonna take a bit to get used to. And this is gonna take a minute to get used to. Oh my gosh, you gotta have power pads. Like I go to lean back, and the wheel just does not even lean, bro. So it's just gonna take getting used to, dude. So with any wheel, I can always conquer it. It just takes a little bit getting used to. And learning how it navigates and how it works and how it responds. But dude, yeah, this one's heavy. Yeah, power pads are a must. Or a must on this bad boy. Holy cow, that thing, dude, it's half my height, bro. It is literally half my height. This thing is like, dwarfs me, dude. It is half my height, bro. I could either sitting down, seated riding on this thing is going to be like riding an actual motorcycle for me. Like this literally feels so comfortable without even having a seat. Oh shit. Dude, this is awesome. All right, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, bro, for sure. For sure, but I like it. I like it already. All right, we're going to have to get where we can open this thing up and really test this thing. The EX in. Oh, baby. All right, so I'm going to take the pads off the EX in, these new car pads, and try them out on this big boy, I think. Or should I try the flow pads? I need some hefty pads on this thing. I got to put on my riding shoes to try it out. Let's see here. These off of here. These are in the perfect spot on my EXN. I kind of don't want to take them off, but I like these a little. Oh yeah, that's really good. We'll lock in right there. Let's go. Let's go. So that's the V13 with the cork pads. C3 BIOS, man. Okay, locked in. Look at that. That's some ergonomics right there, son. Say what? Right, this thing one footed now, baby. That's the difference in the. That's all the difference, bro. Like, so if you get a wheel that you can't control that just seems too heavy to brake and too heavy to take off on, just get you some good power pads. It makes all the difference in the world. You're locked in though, man. No mistakes. No mistakes on that baby. All right. Dude, I was shredding on the snowy trails, dude. But it's so much fun riding that thing on the snow trails. Snow trail. Snow trail. Can't believe I'm just now getting a V13, bro. I was a hype man for that V12. Now. Let's get this thing on here. All right. Having your toes a little bit farther forward if you're lighter weight. You gotta have the braking pads, which these pads do have the braking pads. There you go. That'll work for now. So this is what it looks like now with the Clark Pad C3 BIOS on it. Looks like those on there. Oh, I'm locked in on this, dude. I'm locked in, dude. Yeah, that's a heavy wheel, dude, but I can manage it. I can manage it. Absolutely. Feels good. Feels like I need more air in the shocks, though. Definitely feels like I need more air in the shocks. I think I'll do that. Put more air in the shocks.
So you saw that right there. I did end up putting more air in the shocks. When you heard me kind of bunny hopping it and it slamming, I put more air in there and it's fine now. It just needed more air. I had way too little. It took like 3 times to get the air pressure exactly right, and 130 is that perfect point for my weight. But it had to be 130 really in there, because you do lose a lot of PSI when you're unplugging that valve off of there. So be aware of that, okay? It may deceive you. This is where, like, pretty much my first time getting it on the main road, kind of in traffic and around, you know, other cars and whatnot. And this being a bigger wheel, being 22 inches, having that wide tire on it, and it having suspension and just the overall power and that huge beefy hub motor, it all just accounts to make this whole thing really a stable, safe feeling ride, even at high speeds. And I know it looks crazy as hell riding this thing, you know, at 50 plus miles an hour around other cars and whatnot, but I'm telling you, the reason you don't see me doing this very often is because, like, there's not really many other wheels where I would feel safe doing this. Think about on the EXN, you really can't get up over, you know, up over the mid 40s, you know, safely on really any wheel out there and sustain it. On the Sherman, on the EXN, on, you know, the V12 high speed, you really can't get over like the mid 40s and sustain it. With this wheel, you can get all the way to like 53 and sustain it, and you really can. And with Inmotion, they have safety features built in, and if you listen very closely on the short that I made the other day, I had the volume up high in it and the wind really kicking, and you could hear the thing going beep beep. I was getting some warnings around that 52, 53 mark. But they're going to be opening up the geek mode on this thing to where you can get up to 60 miles an hour on it, because this thing has the potential to do it. It definitely has the potential, and I can feel it. I mean, I honest to God can feel this thing has the potential to go safely another 7 more miles per hour than I was going. So you see right here, this is the main difference in this wheel and any other wheel, is really right here in this scenario, where you see right there where I had the speed to go past those cars, or I was already going probably 47, 48 right there, and I had that extra speed just to lean forward and just go up to 53 to pass them, bro. And now I'm telling you, that is a huge deal. I mean, really, if you're doing this type of riding right here, you don't want to be on the main road without something that can go this fast. Like, having something that can go this fast and accelerate this fast, I mean, it just, it changes the whole landscape of where you're able to ride your electric unicycle. I mean, it really does. This is, and I wouldn't do this every day. This is, you know, this is goon riding right here. This is out just absolutely goon riding, going fast. And wherever you live at, like, for instance, like in a city, like if you're in an inner city, New York, whatever, you'll be able to do it safer than what I'm doing here.
Smoking, baby. This thing's crazy, dude. I was 51, 52 sustained right there the whole time, dude. Like, even like having to gas it to pass cars and stuff. That's pretty wild. I felt like I had plenty of power the whole time. I was right on the edge, though, for sure. I was right on the edge. So, though, dude, this thing is just like in a straight line on like rides like that where you got to commute, and you're commuting like long range and you're not turning a lot. This is perfect for that. Like, that little segment I was just doing right there is absolutely perfect. exhilarating, bro. Exhilarating, bro. It's the only way to put it, dude. This thing just 50, dude. I'm cruising at 53 miles an hour and it just feels smooth, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. 53 on this, just cruising in traffic, bro. That is wild. I'm getting so much more comfortable, just so quick, too.
All right, guys, so my quick initial impressions of this thing after riding it for one charge. That's all I've rode this thing. It's just one charge, and I was able to really get used to it quick, man. I was able to adapt to it fast, really enjoy it, and there's a few things I can just tell you about it in this quick initial unboxing and review. A full review is going to be coming later, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of some few things I noticed. So, it is a heavy wheel, but it is a fast wheel. It is very high quality. There's no component on this thing that is, you know, half-assed or cheap or, you know, any type of low quality product on this whole thing. Everything on it is top of the line. It really is, but it is heavy. So that is just one of the things about it. And I'm going to tell you where the heaviness comes from on this wheel. It's not so much the batteries, guys. It is that hub motor, okay? It's that beefy hub motor that's on this wheel. And that is one of the main things that makes this wheel hard to corner. And it's not the height of this wheel, and it's not just the overall heaviness of the wheel. It's where that weight is in the wheel. And it's that hub motor, and this is a beefy motor. That's why you can sustain those high speeds, guys. This is a beefy motor in this thing. And the whole problem is, though, when you go to corner, you're going to notice, guys, it's just like that gyro effect, you know, that whole inertia thing that they show you in science class, where the guy spins the wheel and you're sitting there, you're trying to torque it and turn it either way, and you feel that inertia effect. So imagine that with a massive hub motor like this. When this thing's rolling, you know, at 50 miles an hour, you got to wrench into your corners, especially if you're a lower weight rider. You're going to have to lean like a crotch rocket, and it is not a bad thing. I'm adapting to that riding style and figuring it out, but it is fun. It is very different than any other wheel. This rides like a Monster Pro. Like I've rode the Monster V13, so I can only assume this would ride just like the Monster Pro does. So it's just like one of the bigger 24-inch wheels, even though it is a 22-inch wheel, if that makes sense. It just, your whole lean point and where you're getting your lean energy from is coming from a higher point than on the smaller wheels. You're really having to lean your whole upper body, just like on a motorcycle, in order to get this thing to corner. So if you think about on a motorcycle, you got those heavy wheels that are spinning on that thing. You got two of them. That's why you really got to lean in your corners on a motorcycle. And so you'll notice that with this wheel, especially on like your mountain corners and stuff like that. And this is the crazy thing too. So another problem I was noticing, which isn't really a problem, it's just a weird little, you know, quirk to one thing I noticed in my first charge on this is I was able to make my right-hand corners way easier than my left-hand corners on this wheel. And if you look at it now, it's because I have my power pad on the left-hand side. It's on the left-hand side. It's higher up than my right-hand side. And so whenever I was on the actual main road and I was hitting those mountain switchbacks and those tight corners, I was relying on my toe to really hold on whenever I was leaning all the way in on either given side. And I noticed just because I mean, it might be like a ½ inch or less that left side pad is up a little bit more, but I noticed whenever I went into my corners, my toe had to come up a little bit farther, making it a little bit harder to corner on my left-hand corners. So the power pads are extremely important on this wheel, and it is extremely important to get some that lock your whole foot in, like legit, because you are using toes and everything you got to make your sharp corners on this wheel, especially if you're a smaller rider and you're trying to do it at high speeds. You can slow down for your corners and make them perfectly fine. But if you want to go full send in your corners, you're going to have to lean, man. You're going to really have to lean like a motorcycle on this thing. And that's so much fun, and I'm loving it so far and adapting to it. man, this thing is fast, but it doesn't feel fast. That's another factor I want to explain real quick. Getting up to 53 like that, I was just thinking in my head, like, dude, I don't know about getting this thing to 53. I don't know about taking a wheel, you know, being the test dummy to do it. Dude, it just came so quick and easy. Like, I literally looked down and I'm at 53 miles an hour, and it just felt smooth and it felt safe. And I was already at 53 without even really trying to do it. And so that's wild. And I know they're gonna be updating this thing soon to unlock the geek mode, basically where you can go 60 miles an hour, full 60 miles an hour on this thing, guys. All right, guys, so you see this thing is absolutely ridiculous. It is so much fun. It is so fast. Completely different riding style compared to your typical electric unicycles. It is totally changing up the game. This thing is, I mean, this is for the speed demons and the people that just want to knock out a commute within minutes, man. This thing can peel out and get you across town like a teleporter, bro. This thing is literally a teleporter to get you across town. It is stupid fast. Anyways, if you want to pick up one, links below. More content on the way with this wheel. I plan to do a lot of videos on it, so let me know what you want to see and I'll try to bring it to you. Throw it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. I'll see you dudes in the next one.